record.
All right. What were we saying?
Yes, you were. I'm talking with Kel, and he lives here in Philadelphia. Originally from the UK. You'll hear that when you start hearing him talking. When you start to hear him talk, and he lives here now. He's a musician. He's been living here in Philly for 19 years. Kelvin.
Kelvin, yeah.
Kelvin, welcome to the Neoliberal Around podcast.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, you are a musician, and you were telling me about how you got into music.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm from a musical family. I'm the youngest of 4 kids, and my oldest brother was an amazing guitar player, and my mum played piano. So there was just music in the house all the time.
Yes.
And I was the youngest by far, right? And I used to keep it a secret that I could sing. I knew I could sing when I was little, like, 13, 14, and I would like...
And how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, man, I'm very old. I'm 53 now.
And guys, he does not look 53. He's wearing his shit, nice glasses. He'll tell you he's a Philadelphian now, living here for 19 years, married to a not Philadelphian. And he's having his, what they call the Sunni beard.
I don't know what kind of beard it is. It's unkempt as well.
Yes, and he looks so cool, retro, cultural, amazing gentleman here. Yes, sorry for cutting you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Neoliberal Around podcast. This episode, we have Kelvin Cochrane. Kelvin Cochrane is from the UK, and we are going to pick up from where we left off. But he joins me on the show for a terse, short, insightful, and a very interesting and fun time with this gentleman, a musician. And it was quite powerful, the interview I had with him, as I learned about his life. He has been living in Philadelphia for 19 years, and he hails from a small island in the UK called the Isle of Wight. He's a musician, rock and roller, and who has been now spending time to pass the legacy on to other kids. His group actually got an award for something that, and he will mention it later on as we get into the show today. So it is quite an interesting show. We're not going to be talking about politics. We're not going to be talking about economics. We're not going to be talking about counseling psychology or post-colonialism and fanonism and so on and so forth. This episode will resemble that of Street Vibe, but today we sat down, relaxed, and had an amazing time. Short and to be at the end of the 10 minutes interview I had with him, or rap session or chat, I put him on the spot. I said, sing a song for us, sing something for us, and he delivered. So stay tuned for the podcast. That's what's coming up today on the Neoliberal Around podcast. And if you missed, there is a podcast that we published earlier today. It is Caribbean Lectures in Caribbean Thought, week 13. That episode is not available on Spotify, which I'm not sure what is happening. Why some of our episodes that we have done via the Zoom platform and edit it via the clip chart, for some reason when we integrate it and when we upload it onto Spotify, for some reason, onto the podcast platform, for some reason Spotify does not pick it up, but all the other podcasts platforms that you listen to, such as iHeart and so on, picks it up and it is available. So the last 3 Caribbean Thought lectures, if you need them, if you listen to Spotify and you want the last 3 episodes that we did looking at the 3-hour lectures in Caribbean Thought, those are not, all of them are not available on Spotify, and we're working with Spotify and we're working internally to try and fix them, but we're not sure. We tried fixing it, but it's not working, but we will get to that. But today it's not about that. Today Kelvin Cochrane will joined us. We'll be right back after this. We're going to play the introduction music, and then right after that, we continue with the conversation I had with Kelvin.
No worries. Yeah, so when I was young, I used to put on James Brown and Prince, you know, and pretend to be them and sing along with their songs. But I kept it secret from everybody. And then one day, my brother's bass player in his band asked me whether I would sing in the band that he was in with my brother, right?
Yes.
And I said, actually, yeah, I was free. And I was like, it's 18. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. And I was like, so yeah, I'll do it. But Richard, that was his name. How do you know that I can sing? Nobody knows that I can sing, right? Apart from a couple of real close friends.
Yes.
And he said, I don't actually. I just think you'd make a great frontman by the way you walk. So that's how I got started in music.
Yes.
I joined that band, and like I said, my older brother is an amazing guitar player, and we used to play like, you know, lots of Hendrix and blues and Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff like that. And, yeah, I've just been in bands and traveling all my life. That's what is that? That's like 35 years now. Oh, wow. 35 years of being a musician and traveling and being broke.
Yes.
and rich all at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah. What kind of music you write and play?
Well, it's like, it's influenced by all the stuff that I listened to, you know, when I was growing up. You know, you can't avoid that, can you? So I used to listen to the blues, and I used to listen to soul music, you know, old soul music, Motown and Stax and all of that beautiful stuff. Otis Redding, Marvin Gaye. So it's like a mix of all of that kind of stuff. But I love all the English. There's a lot of English, weird, eccentric stuff in there as well. You know, like the Beatles, and so, you know, I don't know.
Oh, nice. And what's your big? So your brother was your biggest inspiration? Yeah,
pretty much. Definitely when I was tiny. He was my hero. You know, it was my older brother. He was like a lead guitar player. He was gorgeous. All the girls loved him. He was my hero.
What was his name? And where is he now?
Darren. His name is Darren, and he lives still on the island that I grew up on. The Isle of Wight.
Yes, and you said you are from for the fans. Where are you from?
I'm from the Isle of Wight.
The Isle of Wight, and guys, I didn't even know that there was an Isle of Wight, and it's an English island.
Yeah.
And England, we all know England is an island.
Yeah, it's an island itself, but there's loads of tiny little islands off of the coast. Loads of them.
And what's your biggest, did I ask what's your biggest inspiration for music and influence?
I mean, well, you said my brother, but he was in my real life, but there's, like, I can narrow it down to basically Prince. I was like, can you imagine? So I'm like, a teenager in the 80s.
Yes.
And then Prince comes along, and I've already got, like, my brother is like a huge Jimi Hendrix fan, right?
Yes.
So I love Hendrix, and I love all the rock and roll, and Little Richard, and all of those guys. And then Prince comes along, and he's taking it all to a whole nother level, right?
Yes.
And I basically, like, I saw Purple Rain.
Oh.
And I was like, that was it for me. That was like, I can honestly see that there's these moments in your life when it literally changes, when you take a turn, you know what I mean? And I was like, that was it. My mind was made up. I'm going to be a chick magnet on a purple motorcycle.
And how has, have you been doing a lot of, what is some of the most recent music that you have written so far?
Right. So, you know what I'm right in the middle of right now?
Yes.
Because I told you now I teach kids, right?
Oh, yes.
So, and when I say kids, they're like really, really little kids. Okay. They're accompanied by their mums or their nannies or their dads or whatever. I'm talking like preschool. So and even babies. I even do baby music classes, right?
Oh, nice.
So this is like the babies and their mums and these little toddlers and their mums.
Yes.
And I just play rock and roll at them. I play Beatles and Stones and Velvet Underground and Motown and like, you know, good music that's kid appropriate, right?
Yes.
So what I did recently, I've had this little company called Sandcastle Music. Sandcastle Fun Company, right? And we play these classes in Rittenhouse Square, which is in the middle of Philly.
So okay, so you have found that that's your company.
During the pandemic, we formed this company to teach music classes to kids outside because of the pandemic, right?
Oh, and it's called Sandcastle.
Sandcastle Fun Company. Yeah.
Okay.
In Philly. Yeah, we've. Won awards, man, for our parties and stuff that we do for kids. So anyway, I decided to write an album of kids music, like good kids music. You know how kids music, like Baby Shark, is terrible, and you want to switch it off like before it's even played once. You know what? So I decided to write an album of good kids music with good positive messages, and that's what I'm doing. That was the last stuff I wrote.
Oh, have you published any or recorded anything?
It's recorded, almost finished now. I just got to do a couple more little sessions in the studio, and then it's going to be out. Yeah, we're going to share it with all of our mums that bring their kids, you know. We're going to put it out on Spotify and get a YouTube channel and get videos and stuff.
How can people reach you when we get to wrap up? This was amazing. How can people reach out to you or reach you?
I got a pretty rare name. It's Kelvin Cochrane.
Yeah.
That's KelvinCochrane.
And you're on social media, Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram. It's Kelvin Cochrane Music.
Yes.
You know. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook.
Give us a tune before you go. You said you were singing. Give me something quick before you get out of the car. Yes, give us something.
Really? Oh my God.
Sir.
I don't know what to sing. What could I possibly sing? All right. So I was talking about the kids' songs. I'll sing you a little bit of the Rainbow song.
Yes,
right?
please.
Of course, I wrote a song about a rainbow. So that goes, a little sunshine, a little rain. Look at the colors that they paint in the sky, and it's all light. A little sunshine, a little rain, and outside your window pane, there's a rainbow, and it's all right.
And that's where we will end the show, guys. Kelvin Cochrane, thank you for riding with me and joining me on the show. Yes. that was the conversation I just had with Kelvin Cochrane. He's from the UK, but he will tell you he's a Philadelphian now. He's officially a Philadelphian. He loves the city. I was telling him that I really love Philadelphia. Philadelphia has, it's a rough city, but I love. There's something about Philadelphia. It's an exciting city, and he was telling you that he's a Caucasian gentleman, but he is so retro. He's so cool, man. Amazing time with this musician, Kelvin Cochrane. Check out his music, Kelvin Cochrane Music. This is the Neoliberal Round Podcast, and it is brought to you by the Neoliberal Corporation. We are serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges by making popular what was the monopoly. Please visit us at renaldocmckenzie.com or renaldocmckenzie.com or theneoliberal.com. And we are at anchor.fm/theneoliberal. And please support us by going to anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. We do need your support as we seek to expand and to broaden and widen our program and the programming that we offer. So please support us. We have over 185 or 90 episodes of dynamic episodes. Thank you so much, and please send us a feedback. Email us at info@theneoliberal.com or renaldocmckenzie.com. Sorry, it's renaldocmckenzie@gmail.com. What good?